Hey everybody, I'm Austin Scott and I'm the owner and broker of Austin Scott Realty in Wapakoneta, Ohio. I have an exciting video planned for you today. I'm going to take you through a day in the life of a real estate agent. So I have a closing a little bit later on this afternoon, but up until then, I'm going to take you through my morning routine that I go through each day and some of the other stuff that I do leading up to some of those appointments that I usually have in the afternoon and the evening time. I started my real estate career in January of 2017, so right around about 6.5 years ago, working for another company in Wapakoneta. I worked for them for 3 years and decided I want to go out and start my own company. So I did that. Got that started right in the middle of the pandemic. Is when I started applying for like my licensing and all that stuff on the company. So that was a really nerve-wracking time because I wasn't sure, is this going to take a couple weeks to open? Is it going to take a couple months? Is it going to take a year? There was a lot of uncertainty with the opening of Austin Scott Realty, but fortunately, on May 4th of 2020, we officially became a company. So just over 3 years now at Austin Scott Realty, currently working out of a home office here. Can't complain. It's just gone so well. One of the best decisions I've ever made for sure. And it's been really enjoyable and a lot of fun. And I get to do cool things like this with you guys. So if this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like us on Facebook and Instagram and check out our YouTube page and maybe subscribe there if you haven't already. So thanks again for tuning in. Now we'll officially get started with today's video. So here we are for step one. My goal is to be in my home office each day about 8 a.m. And the first thing I like to do is check out the market activity from yesterday. So see, did some new homes come onto the market? Did some go under contract? What houses sold? Which houses had price changes? Things like that. Because I track that every single day and it funds basically the information for my Market Monday videos. And then also it allows me to keep a courtesy sheet, which I'll show you a little bit later on in the video. So let's get logged into the multiple listing service, which you might hear us refer to as the MLS. That's where us agents share all of our listings out to all the other agents in our area. So let's check that out. So I can't get too far into this information. I can't share this stuff with the public, but I'll just show you kind of a brief overview. Here's what I can look for. So I can find new listings, which houses are under a contingency, which is similar to being under contract or pending, houses that close, price changes, back on the market, houses that were pulled off of the property, houses back on the market, things of that nature, houses that expired. So I can click on those tabs and it'll show me all the market activity for that particular action each day. And then that's how I update it to my market sheet and eventually onto my courtesy sheet. So I know a lot of you want to know what Gucci does while I'm going through my morning routine. So that's Gucci the mini sheepadoodle, the Austin Scott Realty company mascot, if this is your first time watching one of my videos. The next thing I'll do is kind of turn my attention to my whiteboard here. So I have a lot of info on here. Some of it is probably going to be blacked out on your guys' end once I edit this video just because of client privacy purposes and stuff like that. But I'll still kind of take you through the general walkthrough of it. So up here, top left, this is a list of my clients and all my prospects that I'm working with right now. So it shows people that are actively looking to sell homes or buy homes. It shows leads that I have as far as people I'm working on to see, okay, when are they going to be ready to buy or sell? What info do they still need from me, or what info do they need to get from their bank? It'll also show my pending transactions. So that's people that I have under contract to buy or sell a home. And again, that just keeps me organized so I know who's all where essentially each day. And it allows me to check in on my transactions. So once I do that and I see, that's when I'll reach out to the parties involved. I'll reach out to my client. I'll reach out to their bank. I'll reach out to any vendors that are involved in the transaction and get an update for them each day so they know where things are at. So that's mainly what I use this sheet for. It'll also kind of tell me who I need to contact each day too. So just in general with like my leads and stuff like that. So then here in the middle, this just shows my performance for the year. It shows all my goals up there, how close I am to accomplishing them. It also shows each of my activities. Shows how many conversations I've had with clients and leads this year, how many leads I've gotten, how many appointments I've had, how many showings I've had, how many offers I've written. All of that info is spit out onto that sheet there. So again, it keeps me in check with where my goals are and what quotas I essentially need to be hitting each day. Then over here, we have the courtesy sheet again. So I just kind of showed you guys this on the computer. So I'll print it out each week to keep myself on a general update of what properties are out there on the market right now. So in case somebody calls, I kind of have this at quick reference, or it just helps me memorize it each day. So if a client does ask me about a home, I kind of know, a general basis of information about it. Then here are my prospects I've written down, and basically what this means, here are the people I need to call today to see where they're at and get an update in their real estate goals and what their process is. Over here, some of my sticky notes. These are people that have called in on a property or called me to let me know they're interested in buying or selling something. So that's good to have too. And then at the end of each week, I update it on my activity sheet for myself, so I know how many conversations I had, how many leads I had come in through phone calls each week. And then over here is my Austin Scott Realty weekly task list. So just as it says, the stuff that I need to kind of get done this week. So have some fun stuff planned up there that I need to get working on. So we'll get to that eventually here too. Once I get done with my whiteboard, that's when it's time for me again to kind of get on my email, get on my phone, make my contacts and my phone calls for the day. So that way, again, I can update all my clients that are currently going through transactions. I can update myself on leads that I'm currently working on and prospects I'm working with. And again, just in general, my whiteboard helps me keep all of that stuff organized, and it also helps me track it. So again, I can keep track of, am I hitting my goals each week? Am I not? And that sort of thing. So I'll kind of dive into again, some emails and phone calls here real quick, and then I'll get back with you guys. So yeah, closing is today. So your guys' buyer is going to be closing at 3:45 at Superior, and then you guys are going to be signing the stuff on the house you're buying here at about 4:15. So now I have all my phone calls made, text messages sent, emails sent. I'm kind of all caught up to date on my contacts and have reached out for everybody. So at this point, my office work is kind of done, and it's right now shortly after 9 a.m., which is kind of nice. Pretty much at this point, the main thing I need to do is keep my phone close by in case, again, a contact, a lead, a bank, a vendor of some kind calls me, needs to get back in touch with me here, or I get an email, something like that. So just keep my phone close to me as I go through kind of the rest of my day's routine. So again, kind of the nice part of being a real estate agent. Once you get that office work done, you've reached out to everybody. You can really, unless you have other appointments lined up here in the morning time, you kind of have the rest of your morning to yourself. So I'll kind of show you what I do during that time. She's been so good and so patient. We're coming up on about 9:30 here, and again, have wrapped up all my office work, and she waited patiently. So now we got to make sure we get Gucci some exercise. Say hi, Gucci. Do you want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk? Tell me. You want to go for a walk? Tell me. Oh, big stretch. So we're out on our walk here. And this is usually, again, this is good for her because it gives her something to do and repays her as the company mascot, of course. And then for me, I'll usually put on a podcast so I can catch up on all my NASCAR or basketball stuff like that. So just a good little mental break and physical break for the both of us. So yeah, this is the end portion of the walk. So this is where usually you saw her earlier, she was sprinting out in front of me, and now she's kind of just poking along beside me. So again, it's a good thing. Kind of gives her a physical break and lets me get some other stuff done, which I'll show you here shortly. if you hear me say I'm having a crappy day. It's a little bit after 10 o'clock here. Got Gucci out on a good about half-hour walk, and now this is usually when I get to my stay-at-home husband errands. So this is where I'll do laundry, do the dishes, mow the yard, wash vehicles if I need to, or also maybe clean up some of Gucci's toys. As you can see, she leaves a little bit of a trail. So this is where I usually take care of that stuff. And then again, just be mindful to keep my phone on me in case, you know, somebody calls me, texts me, emails me, and it's something important. Now it's about 1:15 noon, cooking myself up some brats here on the grill. And Gucci's out in the yard somewhere, I think. Oh, there she is. Gucci? So I got lunch wrapped up here, and now I kind of get, like I said, into my free-for-all time where I can kind of go do anything, you know, work on some projects on the computer, do some Austin Scott Realty stuff, some basketball stuff. And today, that's what I'm picking. I'm going to go do some basketball stuff. I'm going to go do a basketball workout with a future college player here. So go do that. Like I said, it's about 12:40 right now. Don't have my closing until about 4:15 today, so I got a little time to get this basketball workout in. We're closing in on about 2:30. Just got done with my basketball workout, so that felt good to fit into the middle of the day. But now it's time to get ready for my real estate closing, and it's coming up quick, and I don't think that these clothes are really going to cut it. So let me change real quick. That's much better. Hopefully that came out cool, or else it's just a total waste. All right, it's just a little bit before 4 o'clock here. We're going to head into the closing, so come on with me. Made it to Superior Credit Union here in Wapak for the closing, and closings are really hard for real estate agents. You have to sit in the corner and smile, so wish me luck. All right, guys, I'm here with my clients. Blaine and Megan just bought a house with me. Guys, how was your buying process with Austin Scott Realty? Did I do okay?
Yes.
Yeah, you did great.
Excellent. Great experience.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys, and congratulations, all right?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, how about that? Wasn't that nice of Blaine and Megan to say some nice words here? So appreciate them. They were awesome to work with on this process. I know they're really excited for their themselves and their young family here to be moving into a new place, and it's a pretty awesome house. So super excited for them. So now we'll kind of head home and see what the rest of the night holds. I'm not really sure yet. We'll see what Taylor and Gucci are up to. Usually after a closing, I'll go back home, kind of get in the office and process the closing. So by that, I mean I would mark the house as sold online if it was my own listing. In this case, it's not. But would mark the property as sold on like Realtor.com, Zillow, those types of sites. I would make sure all the paperwork is inputted into my database, BrokerMint, that I use here at home, that tracks all that stuff, update all of that information, make sure I, again, all the files, all the documents that need to be in there are in there before I officially close it, and it's a done deal. Then eventually here in this case, they'll wait 30 days to get the keys to the property that they closed on today. So normally, yeah, I would come home and that would be kind of my routine to finish things off. But with this being a closing that wasn't held until about 4:15 in the afternoon, it will not be recorded or put on record at the county courthouse until sometime tomorrow morning. So I'm kind of off the rest of the day because I don't have to process this closing until sometime tomorrow morning. So I think Taylor and I are going to go play a little pickleball, eat some dinner, and just hang out the rest of the night. But I do want to thank you guys for coming with me on my day in the life of a real estate agent. And again, if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Would love to start a conversation with you and see what I can answer for you. So thanks you guys so much for coming along. Make sure you stay tuned to all of Austin Scott Realty's social platforms and make sure you give us a like on there if you haven't already. Thank you.